ما أريد من هذا الشعب إلا أن يزيد في الحمد والشكر إلى الله عز وجل، ويزيد من محبة الوطن، ويزيد من العمل ومضاعفة العمل لما يسعى فيه من خير له وللدولة والأهل. هذا اللي أنا أدوره من الشعب، وربنا إن شاء الله يوفقنا جميعا على ما يحب ويرضى.
Welcome everyone. We are so pleased today to host Mr. Balaram Vuchidi, whose leadership and deep industry knowledge have made significant contributions to both the UAE's financial sector and the global audit and tax consulting landscape. Stay tuned.
تقرب منازلها إلا محب زايد أسسها واليوثن وراها داروا على الدانات 7 أبد. إلا دار زايد لا تقرب حماها، لا تقرب منازلها إلا محب زايد أسسها واليوثن وراها داروا على الدانات 7 أبد. نحنا شعوب لها نفدى تراها.
Our clients and also our employees and team. So we definitely want to thank or extend our sincere gratitude to the government. Here in UAE, the beauty is that the ease of doing business here is definitely one of the best that I've seen across the countries.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to your favorite program, Peers of Union, which invites the most successful people here in the UAE. Today from Dubai with Mr. Balaram Vuchidi, the managing partner of Spectrum Auditing. Welcome, Mr.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. We are so pleased to meet you today.
It is my pleasure too.
So, Mr. you have an extensive career that spans across various fields, including tax, consulting, and audit also. So, please, can you tell us more details about your successful journey?
Thank you for asking for that. UAE is one of the most developing country within this region, we can say. And UAE definitely shares very greater relationship with India also. So with that intention, you see a lot of Indians coming over here, setting up their businesses and starting their careers here. So in the same way, I also moved here way back in 2006, which is about almost 18 years ago, to UAE with an intention to come here and then start my career. So that was the beginning when I landed here. So the moment I landed here, I know that there is something that is attracting me to stay back here. So that is when I started my career with KPMG here, which is one of the largest auditing and consulting firm in UAE in the whole world. So after that, I worked there for a couple of years, and then in 2012, in between I worked with some other companies also. But in 2012, I worked with another company in UAE called Lampard Energy Limited. After 3.5 years of working with them, then I moved out and started my own firm called Spectrum Auditing. So that was in 2015. So from 2015, now in 2024, it is about 9 years, and the journey has been so grateful. And the great journey has been learning. We had a lot of learnings in between in the journey, and we recently completed 9 years. We have about 40 employees working here, and we have spread our wings across the region here. So we have another associate office in Oman, and we have another office in India, in Hyderabad, Chennai and Bangalore. And we also have office in USA, America, plus in UK also an associate office. So based out here, we have been spreading our business to various other countries. So not only that, we also provide our services to various other countries within GCC as well as in Middle East countries. So we also provide our services to clients in Saudi. So this is how we have been doing. So the journey has been very grateful, and I'm thankful for the leadership here who has been giving us that opportunity to be here and then work, do business and spread our business across various countries.
So, as the founding partner of SBC Tax Consulting and Spectrum Auditing, what were some of the most important challenges that you have faced in creating and also in growing your companies?
So I think, as I mentioned, I started this firm in 2015. So where we did not have any corporate tax, no value-added tax, and no excise tax. So when you don't have taxes and the regulatory requirements were limited or minimal at that point of time for the companies and businesses to maintain their books of accounts and get their books of accounts audited and any other compliances. So when you have less regulatory compliances around these, so obviously the businesses may not show much interest to take our services. So that was the period when I started. So initially we definitely had to face a lot of challenges in getting the clients and acquiring the clients and convincing them to take our services. Fortunately or unfortunately, now later on after a couple of years, the UAE government has announced value-added tax in 2017. So that is when we have seen the progress of our business much more. So afterwards, of course, you have seen corporate tax coming in now. In between, we had economic substance regulations, anti-money laundering law, and various other compliances. So all these compliances definitely brought us more opportunities as a consultant into financial sector to get more clients and to get more business. But at the same time, it is not just for us. The compliances that we see, the regulatory requirements that we see, definitely strengthens the businesses here. Because in terms of the transparency of the businesses and how much profit they are able to make, what is their progress, how are they able to develop their business, all these things will come up in their profit and loss account and balance sheet and financial statements, which gives a lot of clarity to the businesses and also to other people who are consuming these reports, like bankers, financial institutions, government, and various other regulatory bodies across the world. They will have a lot of confidence on the businesses that we have in UAE. So it is definitely advanced or way ahead for our businesses in UAE to grow further.
So what made you special? What made you unique, especially in the UAE's competitive business environment?
As you mentioned, it is competitive, of course. Every other service or every other business have got their own challenges. So we have our own challenges in terms of the quality. So if we are able to deliver our deliverables or reports with a lot of quality, and we also accommodate the requirements of the clients in such a way that we tend to or at least accommodate their requirements in minimal amount of fees, but provide a very good value addition to their expectations or their services. So this is what is being the primary, I can say, trademark of our journey. So we, irrespective of the fees that we charge, we tend to provide a quality service and we tend to give quality deliverables to all our clients, and we are flexible in terms of their service requirements. And we are always available at their disposal whenever they have any issue, whenever they have any requirement, or whenever they have any doubt. So when we are accessible to them whenever they want any information, and we provide a very good quality deliverables and service with a reasonable amount of fees, obviously clients will love to continue our services. That is what is our secret of success, which we have been continuing from the beginning, and we want to continue further.
Welcome everyone. We are so pleased today to host Mr. Balaram Vuchidi, whose leadership and deep industry knowledge have made significant contributions to both the UAE's financial sector and the global audit and tax consulting landscape. Stay tuned.
As I mentioned, we have value-added tax, excise tax, and now corporate tax. So these are the laws which have been implemented elsewhere in other countries. But here, since in UAE we brought them in newly, so the law also is evolving. So we generally have a lot of areas where we do not have clarity in the beginning. When the law is released, over a period the government also releases various guidances and then clarifications and many other useful information. So that is also useful for the businesses as well as for consultants like us. So we take use of those, and we also tend to see the regulatory requirements and then how are they implemented in other countries. So we take that experience also to here. And since we also know the businesses here in detail, so we know what is happening in the business and what kind of regulatory requirements are applicable to them. So we constantly work on the implementation of those laws to the businesses here. So that is how we evolve ourselves. So one side we see the FTA or Ministry of Finance is evolving in the process of implementation. We also evolve ourselves and also take the experiences that we have in other countries. As I mentioned, we have our presence in other countries. So there, where the corporate taxes or value-added taxes are already implemented. So we take that experience here and then bring them here and modify that to so that it suits to our requirements here, and then implement that. So that is how we evolve ourselves and then provide the quality service to our clients.
Can you now tell us more details about the variety of services that you are providing today?
So as I mentioned, so we are auditors. Okay, we provide auditing of the financial statements, which is generally required for the business owners to see what kind of amount of profits they are making, how much amount of assets they have, what kind of liabilities do they have, what is their financial position. So that is what is useful for their business owners to take the decisions as to do they need to change anything in their business, how are they going to progress, do they have to focus on something else. So all this information will be available in these financial statements. Based on these financial statements, they will be able to take the decisions. Not only that, the bankers also do ask for the audit report from auditors. So if you want to take any loan as a company, or if you want to get any facilities from the banks, so you need these audit reports. Plus, you also need the audit report of financial statements for the purpose of renewal of your licenses in free zones. Many of the free zones, they ask for the audited report to renew the licenses. Government also consumes these reports every now and then. Now, for corporate tax purpose, the government is expecting the companies to submit the audit report if their turnover is more than 50 million dirhams turnover in a year. Plus, if you are a company in free zones, and if you are getting a benefit of 0% tax as a qualified free zone person, there also you are expected to submit audit report when you submit your corporate tax returns. Plus, we also provide value-added tax return related services. We are an approved tax agency with Federal Tax Authority. So we can act as a tax agent for many of the companies on their behalf to make sure that they are complying with VAT requirements. Plus, we can also provide services on excise tax, customs duty. We also do provide services like company incorporations and PRO services. In addition to this, as I mentioned, recently government has brought in corporate taxes. So we also have a team which is expertise into corporate taxes and transfer pricing. Transfer pricing is some service which cannot be provided by every consultant. So it requires a lot of expertise and experience. So we have a team which has been working on this transfer pricing in various other countries. So the same team is coming here and sitting here physically to deliver these services. So these are the various kind of services that we do provide to our clients.
And what are your priorities for 2024-2025?
So our priorities are definitely to focus more on proper implementation of the corporate tax law and transfer pricing here for all our clients across the UAE as well as Middle East and elsewhere. So because once we are able to start the implementation properly, going forward they will not have any issues in terms of compliance of the law. So that is our primary objective. We also want to expand our presence not only in Dubai. Now we have office in Dubai, also in Sharjah within Saif zone. We want to expand ourselves to other Emirates like Sharjah, Abu Dhabi, other places like Al Ain and elsewhere also within UAE. We are also planning to establish our presence directly into Saudi and other Middle East countries going forward. As I mentioned, we have our presence in USA. We want to strengthen that particular team in USA also. So we see a lot of synergies when we have businesses, when we have services or presence in various countries like this. We see a lot of companies where they have business in UAE as their basis, but they also have businesses in other countries. So when we provide these services to their businesses in UAE and other countries also, under Spectrum Auditing and SBC Tax Consulting umbrella, they'll be more comfortable with us. And we also will have a lot of visibility in terms of their business transactions in UAE and other countries also, so that compliance becomes easier and it becomes a whole 360-degree view of compliance. That is what is required or expected by the clients also. So clients will be comfortable to continue with us, and we want to increase our footprint across the region as well as various other countries within Europe as well as in USA also. So that is what is our objective for 2024-25 and going forward also.
So sir, with offices in multiple countries, how do you manage the complexity of working across different regulatory environments while maintaining consistent quality and service delivery?
I think this is a very good question. In fact, clients also will have the same kind of doubt or question. So what we do is that I'm based out here, right? So I take care of the services that we do provide here, along with taking care of the compliances and then learnings that we require, our team requires here locally. So I have other partner also here who looks after various other services within UAE as well. Plus, in each of the respective countries, we have a managing partner who takes care of the particular office in that particular country. So he takes care of the team, he takes care of the compliances of that particular country, so that we do not have to worry about the respective countries. So that is how, unless we have a local team, local expertise, we will not be able to comply and learn ourselves about that particular country specific regulations. So we make sure that in every respective countries we have a person who is taking care of that office, along with the team that is continuously working on improvement of their knowledge on the regulatory requirements of that particular country.
And how are you preparing your companies to address these strengths and challenges?
Yeah, I think as consultant, we are expected to be on top of the changes that we are seeing in our regulatory requirements. So in the process of that, what we do is that we regularly look at the changes that are coming in the market from the regulatory requirements or from authorities. So we do look at those and analyze what is the objective of that particular changes that are coming in. We also conduct various training sessions to our team so that they are also aware of these changing trends or changes that have been brought in the rules and regulations by the authorities. That is one thing. We also attend various seminars outside of the organizations also, wherein some of the experts in that particular subject, when they conduct any seminars or any trainings, we do attend. At least my team members go and attend so that that knowledge is being developed. So they are aware of those changes, and then we properly implement those changed regulatory requirements in our clients also, so that our clients do comply with those changes regularly and they do not encounter any penalties. So governments, as we know, if you are unable to comply with any regulatory requirements or rules of the governments, there could be penalties also. So any company do not want to get into that situation. So for the same thing for our clients also, we don't want to get to that situation where they get penalties. We constantly update our knowledge on various regulatory requirements that are coming in, rules that are coming in, and then we implement those changes in our clients also without fail. So that is how we constantly work on that. On knowledge, on the technology side, as I mentioned, we constantly look at the changes that are happening in the market, in UAE, outside UAE, and then try to address or bring in those changes into our clients, into our organization, so that we are on top of the technology developments also.
Sir, after your faithful journey and rich experiences, you make your success story, and the word of success is not strange to you. So how can you define success today?
I think success for me is like, how well you are able to manage your team on day-to-day basis, how satisfied you have your clients on regular basis. So see, we as the consultants, we need to make sure that our clients are compliant with their changes that have been happening, and our clients are happy with the services that we are providing, and our team that we are working with is happy with the services that are being provided by them. Okay, so that is internally that's how we look at. Second, what we see is that we are also helping our governments in UAE and across the places, because if they are bringing any changes in their rules, if those are not implemented properly, so it will be a problem for the businesses, also for the governments, right? So indirectly we are helping governments as well as businesses to implement the changes or implement the rules that they bring in, so that everybody is happy with what is happening. So that is how we are contributing ourselves to governments as well as to businesses. So this is what we call as success as consultants. So when we have clients who are happy with our services, when we have team or employees who are happy with the services that they are providing and compensation that they are getting, and also we are helping governments directly and indirectly to implement what they want to. So their vision is being achieved, and we are happy with our clients and services that we provide. So that is what I call it as success.
Sir, lots of people from audience, they are a new generation and they see from your story something special inspired them. So what is your advice to the new generation?
So to the new generation that we have now, so they need to have clarity in the kind of vision that they have. So not every time they may have clarity in the vision initially, but at least if you are passionate about particular task, you need to look at that and think through whether you are really passionate about it, and then you fix to that particular vision and then work on that constantly. So the success will not come instantly. You'll have to have a lot of patience and see how else can you take it forward so that you see the success. Initially, when you start it, you will have difficulties and challenges that like we have when we started our business. So it is not easy to get success instantly. So some businesses or some areas you may get success initial phase of it, but some other businesses or some other services, they may take long time to see the success. So you need to know what kind of service or what kind of business you want to get into it, and you need to have clarity of the vision that you have, and then work towards regularly without having any issues or without having disappointments of not seeing success initial stage. So the patience and the clarity of the vision and constant working towards achieving your vision is what brings you success. And that is what I advise to a lot of youngsters that are coming in. We see UAE government is encouraging a lot of startups to come in and start their businesses in UAE. So you need to utilize those initiatives that government is bringing in and work on those visions continuously so that you see success over a period.
The UAE has for sure contributed to your success story. So what is your appreciation message you would like to convey through our episode to the UAE and its rulers?
So as I mentioned, we recently completed our 9 years of journey here in UAE as Spectrum Auditing and SBC Tax Consulting. So this journey was not successful or was not possible without the support that we have received from government, the regulatory authorities, our clients, and also our employees and team. So we definitely want to thank or extend our sincere gratitude to the government. Here in UAE, the beauty is that the ease of doing business here is definitely one of the best that I've seen across the countries. So the businesses can come here, establish their businesses, do their service or they do their works without any hesitation or without any difficulty. So if anyone is looking forward for establishment of their business here, they can start their business within 1 day, 2 days, within 1 week, which is not possible in many other countries. They may take longer time. And not only that, after establishing the business here, doing business on regular basis is also very easy. So that is what is the attracting point that we have in UAE. So for which we would like to thank the governments here in UAE, like Dubai government as well as the federal government here which we have. So to bring in that particular ease of doing atmosphere here, plus the clients that we have been engaged with, so they are also with us for last 9 years. So without their support, we definitely would not be able to get this success. At the same time, the team, as I mentioned, so the team that we have been working with, our team is tirelessly working and making sure that the clients are getting the due service that they are expecting. So with all these parties in place, we are able to see the success. We definitely want to take this forward for long. We want to increase our presence in various countries, and we definitely want to thank our governments here and various other regulatory authorities in UAE and elsewhere. So thank you for this opportunity, and we look forward for more success ahead.
Thank you so much, sir. It was my pleasure talking with you today. Best of luck.
My pleasure. Thank you very much.
Dear audience, this is the end of our episode. Watch us next week. Goodbye.